So today I wanted to start with the agency users, okay, and agency concept. So you might have seen a lot of companies now hiring third-party consulting firms or agencies to find out the candidates for them and give it to the organization. Okay, they are not responsible for executing the job application DP. Okay, they are just responsible for searching out and for creating their job application. That could also be done, and just giving it to the organization. So like a lot of hiring, like a lot of people approached me for different companies through as an agency only. Okay, so they can search for the candidate, create prospects, okay, and submit the application on candidates behalf, or they can invite them to apply. That is only their work. They're not responsible for looking out into the job application DP. Okay, so we can do the setup for agencies, like we can create agency and they will have agency users. So agency users are like the recruiters, you can say, for that particular agency who manages the agency. Okay, and the structure which we are going to see, it would be similar to the support structure. Like it could have superior and subordinate, and agencies will also have their own career site, and jobs could be posted over there on their agency career sites, and agency users would be notified that there's a job being posted. Like they are responsible for finding out the candidates for that job, right? So that kind of functionality could be set up in Workday. So let me just click here. So this is the task. Okay, so I can provide the description. And apart from description, I can define the type. Okay, so we can maintain these agency types. So we have task for that. It is very simple. Maintain recruiting agency types. Okay, so here we can add and we can inactivate also. So I could select the type. Okay, then if there's any superior agency we would like to tag it to, we can do that. Okay, then we can define the contact details. We can define the career site configuration. So in this task itself, we would be creating the career site as well. Okay, so here, like I would be giving the source as agency, then ownership period, for how long this agency would be given the ownership. So it's in months. So yeah, then what would be the job posting template? So job posting template basically defines how when a person clicks on apply button, okay, like if an invitation to apply is being sent by agency user to the candidate, okay, outside the system, then once he click on that link, okay, and he clicks on apply, then how the job posting will look like to him. So that is coming from this particular template. So if I open it, if you remember, we have added it on our career site also. So it defines, like it will give the summary text of job description. Okay, this is the default template, but if we want certain other template to come as per the condition rule, we can. So if I open this template, this is how it looks like. Text, it could have external field, again a text. Okay. So yeah, job posting template we are attaching, then we can link it to external career site as well. Okay, so like an agency user can send the link of the job posted, and that would navigate the candidate to the main website or main career site which we have created. So we can link external career sites as well. Okay, then do we want to allow confidential job posting? So we can do that. Okay, so we have seen confidential job, we don't post it normally anywhere, but on agency career site, we would be. So what will happen? A normal candidate won't be able to see the agency career site. He only would be able to see the external career site. Agency career site is for the agency users only, or for the agency recruiter admins. That is another security group we'll look into. So yeah, it is not visible to anybody, just like internal career site, it's not visible to external candidates. Okay, only if a link is sent to them, they would directly be navigated to that particular job opening. That's it.
Okay.
Then restrict to location. So if we want to restrict, like this agency would be responsible for these locations, so we can define that. Then any terms and conditions. Okay. So this terms and condition would be for the agency users only. Okay, when they are submitting a candidate's job application on candidate's behalf, so they would have to accept these terms and conditions. Okay, so a link could be mentioned here, or any message could be mentioned here, and it would ask for a checkbox, and the agency user has to click that. Then does it require e-signature? So we can include that as well. Like the agency requires e-signature. Agency user needs to give the e-signature. So that would be mentioned. Then payout term, like what would be the rate set for the agency users? Here itself it is defined. So do we want flat fee or percentage? So if you're calculating percentage, like it will have like 20%, 30%, like there's a budget, right? Financial budget which comes, and for each candidate, I think there's some budget allocated. So we can define the percentage. So here we need to discuss with the finance people, okay? And they will let us know. Or we can also define the flat fee, okay? Like it would be 100 rupees and currency.
Okay.
Then contact also we can define, but let me just skip it as of now. Then attachment, any attachment we can. So if I click on OK, let's see. Yeah. So now this is my agency. This is the topmost one. Type. Currently, I don't have anybody, but you can see here now a button has come in, okay, to create the agency user. So if I click on this, so it's just like creating a recruiter, okay, who would be managing. So agency user will have its own set of credentials, which means that he will get his Workday account will be there, like how all of the rest of the managers, recruiters, primary recruiter, they have their own login credential. They log in into Workday. Similarly, for agency users also, an account must be created. I don't know if in this tenant we have that option of creating the Workday accounts. We'll see how it goes. So create recruiting agency user. So this is the agency he would be tagged to. Then what is his country? Then all these details, then contact information about the user. Then what would be the type? I think we have to define, visibility should be public. Then used for billing or shipping, we can define that. Then social network of the agency user, we can mention, and any other additional attachment. Let me click on OK. Okay, so if I go on the agency, I could see this user now. Okay, I can create n number of agency users. Okay, this is the career site. Okay, so the name of the career site would be this only by default, and payout term, additional data. Now let me create another agency.
Then we have to, once we create a user, we have to give them the Workday account to access.
Right. So if I click here, so that is how we create the Workday profile. So security profile, and here you could see this is getting, it is not visible. If I click here,
so create Workday account.
Yeah. Even if I'll search for the task, let me see. So yeah.
I saw it. It came. So, yeah.
So from here, see, it is getting refreshed, and if I click on, it is not coming. But don't worry, I have a PPT of screenshots where you'll be able to see how when a agency users logs in through his credentials, no, how his UI looks like. So I have the PPT right now. Wait, so do you have in your system agency setup right now?
Yeah, we do have it.
Okay.
So once they create a new agency, and sometimes they request the agency user, create agency user, and then we have to add the name of the user agency to the maintain user agency task, add their name, and then assign users. So what we do is just we go there, click on edit Workday account, and then then we generate random password.
Okay,
then
great. I'm happy like you are aware about this. Because every client now wants this setup. It's a very important setup.
Yeah.
And so you can create the subordinate also, I think, from here. Let me check. Okay, not from here. It's okay. We can create from here also. We can have a different type. So superior. Let me click on OK and see the errors. Okay. So career site is mandatory. So the field job posting template and source. So it means career site is always important. So I could say that it has a superior now. I can create its own individual agency users. Okay. Now, if you post any job rec of yours, no, you will be able to see this career site. This one was yours, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I could now see my jobs.
Okay.
Career site, sorry. So these postings would be visible to the user only. Okay, it won't be, I think, visible on the agency user, but let me check. Okay, now it has the post job BP has triggered. Okay, no worries. Let me quickly complete. Okay. So I could see these job postings. So if I click here, this is how the job is looking like. Okay, this is coming from the job posting template. So, okay.
And only agency user will be able to see it unless they.
Yeah. So right now Logan has a lot of access. That's why like she's able to also submit the candidates on agency's behalf. She should not.
Okay.
So list of applications for this posting. So like this is Logan who is looking into this. No, I think these view applications are for this director profile. Wait. Yeah, list of all the postings for this profile. All of them are getting visible here. Okay, so I could submit candidate. Okay, so see, these are the terms and condition I told you, no? So it is popping up a message here. And if I click on OK, now new candidate, existing candidate. So this particular task, agency user would be looking into. Okay, it's not right that Logan has the access. So I can include this. There are no. So I need to create new candidate. Okay, so submit candidate would lead to triggering of submit BP or submit candidate BP. Okay, so we have to make sure this BP is created.
This is a separate BP, submit candidate.
Yeah, this is related to agency only. Submit candidate is the name of the BP. And we have to make sure that this is configured in the system. Like if an agency user is submitting the candidate, so which all approvals we want, okay, before like the candidate enters the job application grid. Okay, so we want recruiter, hiring manager of the company to look into the candidate first. So in that, so such kind of approvals could be included in submit candidate.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So it might go on the side.
The email address,
Phone number. So this is the default submit candidate BP, which got triggered.
Okay.
So there's a step of approval. Okay, so these are the things which would be visible. So since I've opened on that pop-up, no, that's why it's giving me the task directly. Otherwise, I could have gone to the Logan's account also. And in the inbox, it would look a bit different. So I could send it back. Okay, I could add more approvers here. And I could deny or I could cancel it. Okay, so cancel means this whole candidate's profile would be cancelled. And deny would be this particular approval I'm going to deny. But the candidate won't be out of the system.
Okay.
Okay, so I could add more, send back, approve. So the event is completed. Okay. So let me open the job rec again.
Once they submit the candidate, the job application BP should trigger.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if in the job rec he is visible or not.
Yes, we see one in review.
Let's see, he's the one. Yeah, we could see it. Okay. So now, like, this particular step is reassigned, but he is there. And we could see the source also. Okay. We could see current title, all these things, his experience, his contact, all the details at one side. Okay.
Here the work of agency user is done. Now the rest is up.
Yeah, exactly. So if I open this, let's suppose internal. So here I could see the posting is looking a bit different. Okay, because this is an internal posting. Okay, and we cannot see submit candidate option here, right? But we can refer definitely, and here the text is also different. If I go back, so this is the difference between, this is due to the difference between of the job posting templates. Okay, and if I click here, so this is looking different because we have attached different posting templates in both of them.
This is for agency users.
Yeah, agency user. And over here, it will look different. Even if I click it, it will not take me. Yeah, it is like looking in the workday itself, but if I click here, it will not load anything. Okay. Create submit candidate for your support. Which one is yours?
I don't see. Yeah, mine is not here.
Okay.
Yeah, this.
Why is it not coming?
Can we directly create business process definition?
Yeah, we can create, I think, submit recruiting agency candidate. Okay, this is the name, submit recruiting agency candidate. Fine. Okay, this is for the default definition. So we have to go to the support and field. Okay, why is it not aligned?
If you can copy the name, maybe.
But like it should come. So we have the solution concept if we want to do the migration. Okay.
Yeah.
Create solution.
Save and migrate or save and
Hmm.
publish. So what does happen with save and publish? But
Save and publish, I think it will occur in this tenant only, whatever updates we are making
okay.
in the configuration. And if publishing is required on that content, then it will be activated.
Okay.
Okay, I need to check why like this BP is not getting created for support. Is it like it should only be a default definition or something like that? I need to check.
As a default, still we should be able to copy. If you can from the related action, if you try to copy, let's see if we can copy for our organization.
Okay.
Business process and
Business object. Wait. Supervise. No.
no.
So like I think okay. I'm being so silly. I just forgot. So for like the job recs, they are tied to supervisory org. But
Okay.
when we are looking into the agencies, right? So the agency users will have the access to those agencies hierarchy. Okay. And they will see the submit candidate button, and then it would be the responsibility of the existing recruiter or whatever, the existing workday systems responsibility to look into that. So maybe that's why they have taken the BP irrespective of the support, because there would be a lot of supports on which the job would through which the job would be posting on career sites of agencies. So that's why like they have not done it, but I'll confirm on this once again.
Okay. We cannot add it to submit candidate because related to the agency, maybe it's available on a source on our agency as well. You can check.
If I go on, yeah. Wait.
Okay.
So fine.
Recruiting because I bought this master package. It has different courses. So I studied compensation and recruiting. So I studied more compensation, by the way. When during the interview they asked me, they have compensation and recruiting, but somebody left. They want me to take care of recruiting. I did not study. All I have is whatever you in classes I studied. I told them if I think I should study more now.
Okay.
With the job, so I can apply different things. So
Okay.
this is.
But I feel like compensation tickets are more tough.
Yeah.
Because like the one you get taught on trainings, it is nothing. It is just 5%. But in recruiting, you are still able to analyze what would be there in the project also. But for compensation, the actual things are not taught, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through the PPT quickly.
Okay.
So these are the agency, these are the terms. Okay, so we have find agency reports and the tenant for this, like how we have find job report, standard OneNote. So simply find agency jobs report also, the users would be able to see, and the admin level people in the organization who have the access to this report will also be able to see. So it looks just similar to how find job looks. It has facets. It has the same UI. Okay, nothing different. Then recruiting agency management. So here are certain advantages of subscribing to agency management. Okay, so you can read this out. Then these are the domains. Then we need to look into these setups before, like related to security, because we would be required to create the passwords and accounts for the agency users. So these should be set. Then we also we can also create segment-based security group with this Workday delivered segment. Candidate data recruiting agency questionnaire. So if you want any security group in the system to have access to the responses given to the agency questionnaires by the candidate, then we need to give access to this domain.
Okay.
Then BP policy changes. So basically these two BPs are looked into related to agency. One is the create Workday account, which is not working here. Another one is submit recruiting agency. So that is what we have seen. Then these are certain standard reports related to agency. So this is how a typical submit candidate BP looks like. It has a step where it will go to HR admin recruiter or hiring manager to review the candidate submitted by agency. Okay. Then if there is any duplicate, okay, then you can also review the candidate duplicates as well. Then candidate review of agency submission. So like candidate should also be given a task or some information that these are the details which are set by agency for you. So what will happen, like agency is creating the job application on their behalf, but they will ask them to create candidate home account on external career site. That is why we link the external career site with that agency career site. Okay, so that is how they will get the inbox item on their candidate home account. So this is the Workday delivered security group. The candidate is going to review.
Okay.
Then set up recruiting agencies and users. So we saw how it could be done. Okay. Then like we can set up these worklets on the dashboards. So these are the related tasks which we can include on the recruiting worklet. So by now you might be aware about dashboards. So we have home dashboard, and that we can include recruiting worklet, and in recruiting worklet we can include these tasks and reports. Okay. So what happens, like how we have primary recruiter, no, which helps the recruiters in doing the similar kind of work. We can also create a security group for recruiting agency admin. Okay. So this is a role-based security group. Okay, it is created inside the Workday system. Okay, so first you need to create the assignable role, maintain assignable role, and enable it for agencies, like how you have previously enabled for job rec or supervisory org. Enable it for agency. Then create the role-based security group. Okay, then you need to give the domain access as well to these particular domains. Activate the pending security changes, and then assign the recruiting agency admin role to an active recruiting agency user. So like you'll go to the agency and assign users over there. Assign this particular security group to the users. Let me see if they have created the rules. We'll go to this particular thing. Assign role, like right now, I don't think so. So I could have like this recruiting admins, okay, being created, and I can assign it to the agency users only. Okay.
We have the recruiting agency admin, Macy's assignable role. It's not assigned to the bottom.
Okay. So like by default, the agency users who are there for the agency, they will be responsible. But if we want somebody else also in the system to be related to that agency, then we need to create that role first, and then we can assign any worker, any good person of the organization as that recruiting admin for the agency. Okay, so these are the people in the system.
Okay.
We can assign
it has to be employee of the company who can manage these.
Yeah, exactly. By job profiles we can. So here we could see all the people.
Okay. This questionnaire was there. Why we use this for before in the PowerPoint presentation? You show a questionnaire.
Okay.
Yeah. Security agency questionnaire.
Yeah, this one. Candidate data recruiting agency questionnaires. So what happens? Like if we want the recruiters or managers or any other security group to be given the access to see the responses of the questionnaires which agencies have asked from their candidates. Okay, through the business process submit candidate. Okay, so like if we want to give the access to see the responses to any existing security group in the organization, so using this domain we can do that. So previously, if you remember, we have seen the candidate segments where we can give managers the access to see the external job applications details of the candidate, or to see the internal job application details, or even to see the questionnaires responses based on job application stages. So like job application type segments. So this segment will give access to all the job application details of the candidate Okay, but the candidate is like external or an existing employee or contingent worker. So that is the difference. Then questionnaire responses based on any sub-stages of the job application.
Okay.
Then if I look out the agency, so we have this Workday delivered recruiting agency questionnaire also. So it will give access to managers or recruiter. First of all, the access to the questionnaires and what are the responses as well. So we need to add in the domain also. Okay, if you're giving access in the segment, after that we have to add the segment-based security group in the domains. So the domains are like these ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So we can also have this recruiting agency admin role given to any existing worker in the organization, and they will be able to log in as well as this person. No, I don't think so. They will be able to log in. Okay, but this is how like we can do some kind of linkage between the organization through this particular role-based security group and with the agency.
Okay. Because when we create a new user for the agency, somebody has to in the organization has to create the Workday account for them. So somebody has to hold this role of recruiting agency admin.
Yes. There should be a person in the organization also with whom agency users can interact, or some involvement of any organization security group should also be there, I feel, right?
Yeah, sure.
So like in the submit candidate BP no, now we can add this particular security group as well. We can add this as well. Then we can have like duplicates also for the candidates, right? Like same candidate is being applied multiple times for the same job opening. So in that case, like duplicacy, Workday finds out the duplicates in that case. Okay, so what are the criteria? The first name, last name of the candidate, same, along with this, any one of this. Workday will fetch that this is a candidate which is already, the job application for him is already in progress. So this is a duplicate, we won't accept it. So Workday will give that error.
Okay.
So like this could be a kind of notification which is being sent, okay, or a condition rule also which is there, which could be set on any of the steps of submit recruiting agency, that we have a duplicate, so please don't go further. Then here's a activity which you can do. So using EIBs, I think in the system, we would be able to create the Workday accounts for the agency users. Okay, so I've given very detailed steps of how we can create. Have you worked on EIB till now?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you know how to create EIB. So for agency users, Workday account also, we have an EIB. And you can just type in the details on these columns, okay, and get the Workday account in bulk created. So this is highly used in projects.
Okay.
Then we can also enable automatic notifications for recruiting agency users, like whenever a job gets posted on the career site, okay, on agency career site, then we want agency users to be notified about that. Okay, so how we can do that setup? I have these tasks included, so you can go into these steps one by one and see how it looks like.
Okay.
So when you create, also when you are creating their account now, then also a notification could be given to the users that your account has been created. Here's your username and random password. So for that also, like this particular activity includes that feature also.
Okay.
Also, I have a PPT. I created this from one of the existing tenants. So this is the recruiter, the organization recruiter, Carmen Cortes. She's going to look into this job rec and post it on agency career site. Okay. She's going to post it. She will select ABC recruiting agency. Okay. Now she is logging in. Rodney recruiter, like he's also like the you can say user, agency user. Okay. So they logged in and they saw these two worklets. So they are able to see find agency jobs there and view recruiting agency users. Okay. So on clicking find agency jobs, they would be able to see all these job posted on agency career site. Then if they click on any one of the job posting, they will see this button, submit candidate directly. Okay. They will have these terms and conditions message first. Then on submitting the candidate, they will see this task. All the job application related details are asked here as well. Then you have submitted the candidate. Okay. Now, if you'll go to, if you'll log in back as the recruiter, no, and if you'll see the candidates grid, you will be able to see this particular candidate which was submitted by the agency.
So the internal recruiter also can post, they cannot post anything on the agency website. They have to post an external career website or internal, and then agency user can access those.
No. Normal recruiter, we have also seen right now that normal recruiter can post the jobs on agency career site as well. Like we just posted, right? Wait.
Okay. Yeah, just want to make sure.
So we can post the job on agency. So normal recruiter does it, not the user. Okay.
Okay.
User will log in and see like, okay, these are the job posted. Now I have to work and search for these candidates. Let me see if this slogan has the access to find agency job report here. Yeah, she has. Yeah, so these are how it will look like. So here the facets are a bit different. What are the job category, location, type, full-time, posted with. So these are like, I think the types of the, these are the agency types, I think. Oh no. These are all the job agencies, sorry.
These are agency.
Yeah,
I
they
see.
are the agencies, yes.
Type is same thing, like how many there are, different type of.
Type is different, no? Agency type is different.
Like it could be executive or manager.
Yes. Like we want a particular agency to look into like management level 1 to 9. So we can create this type that they would be responsible like 1 to 9. So recruiter should make sure that only these jobs are getting posted.
Okay.
So find agency job new. I think this is a custom report somebody has created. Yeah, this is a custom report which was copied from find agency jobs and it has been created. So the recruiter or the admin would also be able to see this as well as the user, of course. So if I go back here, okay. So as a recruiter, like I can work on these candidates who were submitted by the agency. I could move forward or decline. Okay. Then agency users may log into their Workday account. Okay. And by account, it would be their career site only. Okay. Like they will receive notification that jobs have been posted to them. Then view job openings posted to their career site and they will submit candidate to those posted job openings. So they will see something like this.
Okay.
Then agency management, again, yeah, post job to agency, submit candidate, then manage candidate. So this is how the sequence flows. So we have these Workday delivered security groups related to agency. So recruiting agency user as self. So this would be that particular agency user, which we are talking about, which is related to the agency. And all recruiting agency users include list of all the agency users. And this is optional. This would be created by us. Like how we have the feature of primary recruiter. No? Similarly, we have this feature as well. Then these are the functional areas related to agencies. Then we can maintain agency types. Then we can create recruiting agencies like this, how we have seen. Then career site needs to be mentioned, agency users. Then we have to create the Workday account for them.
Yeah.
And this is how it will look like. Yeah. So username, new password, verify new password, and just submit. So it will lead to triggering of create Workday account, BP. And this is the BP, submit recruiting agency candidate. It has these two main steps which we can include. And then we can allow agencies to self-manage as well. So here they are talking about that recruiting admin level role. Okay. So allow recruiting agency administrators to change the recruiting agency information. Okay. Once configured, recruiting agency administrator may be able to see all these options. So these are certain other options as well. Okay, like they would be able to create agency users as well for their agency. They can edit the agency user details. They can view the existing agency users like that. It manages. Then setting up recruiting agency admin. Again, they're talking about how we are going to do. So first you need to maintain assignable role. Okay. So create this role and associate with recruiting agency, like enable it with this. Then create role-based security group constraint. Then after creating it, assign it to this domain. Okay. And then assign this particular admin level role by going on to that agency and assigning it to any existing worker of the organization.
Okay.
So yeah, this is how it looks like. Admin, then agency, and none of the above. Okay, then I added it in this domain. Then I went to this particular, I went to this agency user. Okay, and I went to their profile and related action. I assigned role over there. So this is another way of assigning, right? So yeah, this is how we put. So I could define for which agency I'm going to enable the role. Then this is the role and it is assigned over here.
Okay.
Now she will log in. She will have her credentials also, definitely. And now she'll be able to see some extra features. Like view agency user, view recruiting agency. Still, she cannot see in my tenant create agency user, but that is the another option available also. Then find agency job, of course. Okay, so from here, like, so on seeing view recruiting agency user, she is getting this option. But I also have seen a different task over here coming up. Okay, so from here also it is visible. Yeah. So this is again, like I've included here also the activity to create Workday accounts for agency users. So you can go through this. It would be a good thing to know about this EIB. Then enable automatic notification for recruiting agency user. So two types of notifications are given to the users whenever account has been created or a job has been posted.
Okay.
So these are the steps. So with this, we end with the agency topic.